Hi guys, it's Amy, and you have found Amy Loves Crochet. Thank you so much for clicking on any of my videos. I always appreciate when you come to spend time with me. My finished works this week, I've got a couple things. One of them you knew about, and I will follow up with that. But the main thing I wanted to show you that I did is kind of outside my comfort zone. So you guys have seen me work out of this book quite a few times, and recently I made my little Niles the crocodile here out of the book, and I wanted to take on another one of the little animals, the little stuffed animals. Now this is one of those where you show the picture of what it was supposed to look like first and then show what I ended up with. You know, it's kind of like nailed it. But I'm going to. So this is called Lucky Dog, and he's super duper cute, and as you can see, he's got some safety eyes here, which I did not want to use. This is going to be for our grandson that's coming in just about 6 weeks or so. We're right around the corner. And so I didn't want to put the safety eyes in, and you know, if you know me, you know, embroidering eyes is a difficult thing to do, and I gave it a shot. Now this yarn that I used, it's Cotton Painterly Cakes by Caron, and it is a 60% cotton and 40% acrylic blend. I had a couple of these in this blue color as well as some pink, and what I wanted to use for the dog, now as you can see in the picture, they use like this variegated, this really cute variegated, and you don't have to think about color controlling because the color of the yarn is just going to do what it's going to do. So I thought I was getting that when I bought this. This is what I bought to work that yarn, that project in. But the colors, I started to get weird about, well, what if the ears are different colors than each other? Can I handle that? Things like that. So I didn't want to use this after all. I did want to color control because I'm a little bit of a control freak. And you know, when you want something to turn out just so. And it's not great. It's not great, but I don't care because I still love it. I think I want to do a little bit more to his eyes. You know, eyes are always my downfall, but I gave him a little collar as well. So here's my little dog, and I don't know that he's as cute as the one in the book, obviously. The arms were weird because like he's sitting and then you want his arms to help prop him up, but I didn't know if those were looking right. I like the way his ears turned out. His ears were super cute, but I got to do something more with his eyes. They're a little bit too beady, and I thought a collar, adding a collar to it would be kind of a cute little touch. So the tail is a bluish color that's the same as the ears, but then his arms and his feet are a different color, and then a different color than the rest of the body. So you can see the Painterly Cake. Let me turn this way. You've got that, the lighter blue that I made his body out of, and then this kind of, I don't know what color this is, like a grayish blue that is his arms and feet, and then here's kind of a bright blue that I made his tail and his ears out of. So I didn't know where the yellow should have gone in that, and when I was working with some scraps, here's, you know, I have all my little different scrap balls, and this was with, I used a 4.0 millimeter hook, a G hook. The yarn itself calls for a 5 millimeter hook, but again, with amigurumi or whatever kind of, you know, stuffed animals. Now, when I first picked up what I had going, I made this little snout, and I thought, oh, that was so cute. I marked where I wanted the eyes to be and stuff. And then I realized that this was a scrap from the pink cake and not a scrap from the blue cake, and I wanted to get some of my blues worked out. So as you can see, I still have all these kind of scraps and then one full cake. So we'll get something made up with that. But yeah, this again, it was just kind of out of my comfort zone completely. I made up the pieces and then got them all sewn together and then waited to do his eyes. You know, the picture in the book has the little, you know, just the colors of the yarn make the nose look like there's a nose there. But so hopefully he'll just grab that and it'll just be like underarm, you know, squishing around. I try to flatten out his bum a little bit so that he sits a little better, but he's going to kind of fall forward a little bit. So here's our little puppy dog. I don't know if I'm going to do something more with the face, but it's for ours, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I love it. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to mention, this looks like a pretzel to me. I got some new crochet shirts, peace, love, crochet. That's all that's on my mind is and just peace, love, and crochet. But this looked like a pretzel with like little salt on it. That cracked me up. So I thought it would be the right shirt to wear to tell you about our little foodie trip. We enjoy hot dogs very much. And we've made a drive down to Rolla a couple of times, more than a couple of times, to get some O-Doggies. It's a specialty hot dog place down there that we found. And we've got a place in St. Louis called Steve's Hot Dogs. Their location on Grand is where we've been before, but they opened a new location on Del Mar. And so we went and checked that out, and it's a really nice building, a really nice little, like, I don't know what to call it. There's bathrooms that, there's 3 shops there. One is the Steve's Hot Dog. One is, I thought it was just ice cream and stuff. And so when we went in after dinner, I thought we were getting ice cream, but it's a coffee place as well. And it was delicious. We got our Starbucks kind of coffees there, and they were delicious. So I would definitely suggest that if you're a coffee person. Or an ice cream person. We'll have to go back. I saw them making up some sorbets and stuff like that. So, and then there's also, like, I think it's an alcohol place of some kind. I don't know if it's a club or a brewery or a just hang out and drink or what kind of thing it is. But there were barrels. I saw barrels up in the window. So it's a nice little, like, shared parking lot. You know, it's like a quad at school where all the doors open in the center. You know, you walk up to the same place and then can go to the different shops. So anyway, so that was a lot of fun. I had a hot dog with a pretzel bun, so that's why I'm wearing my pretzel-y peace sign to go with that. And it was delicious. So after that, we went to an antique store because we are trying to find the right kitchen furniture piece to be like a hutch or like a curio cabinet, or we both have dishes from our mothers that we want to set up and, you know, somewhat display, somewhat store. They're for, you know, Thanksgiving and special meals and things like that. And they need to have like their own special place. So we're looking for just that right furniture piece. We don't really know what it's supposed to look like, but we're both kind of like, I'll see it. When I see it, I know it. I'll know it when I see it. So anyway, so there is a very large antique store that I have been into before, and you got to take your time in this place because it's massive. But my husband said, let's go check that place out, see if they've got some furniture. And so we went walking around in there, and I'm going to insert a picture of this really awesome antique winder here that I found, and we found it right away. And so I took the pictures of it, and he's like, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then when I found some more crochet stuff and I went to take my camera out for a picture, he's like, that's not why we're here. Stop taking crochet pictures. So I can't really share anything more of that antique store with you. Most of what I found other than the really cool winder was just like your standard, a lot of doilies, some aprons, you know, a lot of blankets, crochet Afghans, things like that. So I wanted to give a shout out to KK from K&K Crochet. I just saw your video of, what do you call them? They're little rounds that go in your cup holder in your car. And I actually saw that a booth had some for sale. I think they were $2 for $3, two for $3.50 or something like that. And they had them in all different colors. And I hadn't thought of doing that before, and then I just saw your video, and then I just saw them in the antique store, so I thought that was kind of a funny thing. So so enjoyed our pretzel dog and the antique shopping. And then so the last thing I want to share with you is my finished shawl. You saw me working on the green olive shawl. Initially it was my uncle's shawl that was in the green color, and then I showed you one that was in the yellow color and from also a fingering weight yarn. But this was so pretty. We love this one so much. Well, I was still working on this one that I made with, this was clearance yarn from Hobby Lobby from a couple of years ago, and then I bought this to go with it. And so when I showed you this Afghan or shawl, it wasn't complete yet. I needed to go run back out and get some more of the maroon color because I was using more of it than I thought I would. I ended up buying 2 more skeins of that and used all of it. This is all I've got left. And I wish I had enough to make some more of the final maroon border, not border, but this final maroon section. Here I made it larger than what I had left. So I will insert some other pictures of it. This isn't gonna show you very well, so I'll put some more pictures in here because I really think that it's very, very pretty. I like the size of it. The squish of holding 2 fingering weight yarns together is kind of my current love. I can't get over how good it feels to hold those 2 together and work it like a DK. So yeah, so there's my finished green olive. I think I'm done working on the green olive for a while. It's always good to have kind of a go-to pattern that you know how much yarn you need if you're out buying yarn and you really want to buy a certain yarn, but you're not sure how much of it to buy. You can buy enough to do that go-to pattern. So this was putting these 2 together and just kind of continuing on and on and on, made it kind of grow in a way that I wouldn't have known how much yarn I was going to use. But to use 1 skein of fingering weight by itself, I know that this is a good pattern to run with. So the other, when I went to buy more of the maroon, they also, I gave it some thought. When I initially bought the maroon, I also bought a blue and a yellow, as you see here, to go with this kind of bluish gray and yellow metallic fingering weight. So since I was there buying more of the maroon, I thought, you know what, I'm probably going to end up needing more of those colors as well. So I grabbed 2 more of the yellow, and they just had 1 more of this blue. And my receipt had color names, now that I'm thinking about it, but the skeins themselves just have a color. So this was color 31, and then they had a whole bunch of color 32, which was just a shade different than the blue, than this blue, you know. So I was kind of looking at the different blues that they had, thinking about, oh, those would be pretty like in an ombre grouping. But and I stop yourself, come in back into control. You're there for a certain project to finish, and I just figured since I needed more of that, I might as well go ahead and pick some more of this up. So that's what I did. That was my shopping day for that trip last weekend. And so yeah, that's my video for today, folks. I hope you found something that you enjoyed in it, other than me. No, I'm just kidding. I have a great time here, like you're sitting here with me, and I hope you enjoy your time with me as well. Have a wonderfully blessed day, and please do come back and see me again. Thank you. Bye-bye.